With Elaine Magnan dead and the fountain destroyed, the Circle of Oasis had nothing left in the New World. Sahin knew the Europeans were carving out empires in the Americas. He realized that the Ottomans were as much relics of the past as the Knights of St. John. Lizzie had lost her Spanish gold, and it would be several years before she really forgave Morgan. I'm not sure if she was really my great-great-grandmother, but folks say I have a pirate's temper. Was there something special about the fountain's water? All I know for sure is the Circle would return to find out. Everyone always said Morgan's grandson, John Black, had a lot more enemies than he had friends. But one man, a Mohawk named Kenyon K, always stood by his side, even if the two did have a friendly rivalry.
Too slow, John Black. You were faster once.
And your eyes were better once. Your arrow missed the mark. My shot was the one that took him down. Only a few more miles to Brunswick, boys. We've marched long and hard, and you all deserve a hot meal.
This is a waste of time. Your uncle sees a shadow in the forest and cries for help.
Stuart is not the commander my grandfather Morgan was. But if he says the colony is threatened, I believe him.
Why would the Cherokee attack? Brunswick is far from their lands.
Who knows? The colonists can't afford to take chances. And as long as they line our pockets, their interests are mine.
John, thank God you're here.
Uncle, what happened here? Where's the garrison?
These few men are all that's left. The others died in the last raid, and the Cherokee carried off most of the survivors.
Another war party is on the way. Less than a mile distant. I can hear them.
Shore up the defenses and open the arsenal. I want every colonist that can hold a musket on the walls.
I don't know exactly what happened on the mountain that day, but my grandfather wasn't the type to go down without a fight.
Warwick.
You're delaying the inevitable.
The new world belongs to the Circle of Oasis now, Black.
You shouldn't have taken Stuart.
You're right. It seems you're the keeper of the family's secret.
There is no secret.
Perhaps. Are you made of sterner stuff than your uncle? I so love a challenge. Fools! The powder!
John Black may have made a lot of enemies in his life, but he died a hero. He knocked the Circle back on their heels so hard, it would take them decades to recover. By spring, Kenyon K had returned to his village. Life went on for the Iroquois, just as it had for years. Except that his sister had given birth to John's son. And though the Russians were gone, Kenyon K knew other white men would follow, spreading like wildfire until they covered the land. But until then, he would live, work, and help raise his sister's son, my father, Nathaniel Black. John's sacrifice did not go unnoticed. My family was rewarded by the British government, and later the Americans. By the standards of those days, we got rich. Those were eventful years. We pushed the frontier to the horizon, building, expanding, heading west. My father, Nathaniel, was a patriot, but not much of a businessman. By the time he left the company in my hands, the Black family fortune had dried up. And so we come to my part of the story.
Amelia Black, the girl that owns Falcon Company. Is it true your grandmother was a Mohawk?
Sorry, old man, but I don't have time to chat.
They say that Falcon's laying tracks all the way to the west coast.
That's the plan. Unless we get beat by our competitors. I've gotta go, old-timer.
Is it true what they say? That Falcon Company's bankrupt?
The government's not convinced you can get this job done, Black. You're going to have to prove to us you can beat the other companies before you'll get the contract.
The government will get its railroad, Major Cooper. Just keep my men alive. Then you can go back to fighting Mexicans or Seminoles or whatever it is you do. We've done it. The ossuary has fallen. But I want to make sure Beaumont is dead. What I remember most about that day are the smells. Black powder, sweat, and too much death. Or maybe all I was smelling was that damn Beaumont. Was the fountain's water worth it all? I never found out. What I did know was that the Circle had stored a lot of treasure in the ossuary over the years. Uncle Kenyon K said we shouldn't profit from the cult's blood money, but most of the gold came from those Spanish treasure ships Morgan and Lizzie sank. The way I figured it, the Circle of Oasis owed the Black family a little something. Don't you agree?
Oh, you made it. Ran rails all the way from Kansas City to the west coast.
Yep. Falcon Company wasn't the first, but we'll still get a piece of the pie.
The papers are saying your money troubles are over.
We managed to find some new investors in Florida and Cuba.
Good. Glad to hear it. Your family must be so proud. This land belongs to you now. You and folks like you. Folks with steel in their backbone.
I'd stay and chat, old-timer, but the train's coming.
You broke the circle. And in just one lifetime, too.
What did you say?
Don't miss your train.